Hello DigiFam, this is a update that I just now found out about when I was waking up getting ready for work this morning, so I thought I'd make a quick little video going over it. They've finally announced what the new dual cards that we've been hearing all about that will be coming out in BT25, as well as getting a sneak peek of it in one of the two new starter decks that we'll be getting in ST24, and I think the other one is ST25 maybe. I'm not 100% certain on the other number. Still kind of a little out of it right now, still waking up, but point is, let me go ahead and bring it up here and go over it in terms of what this new mechanic and new card type is going to be that could possibly shake things up for the card game. Let's get into it. Alright, so now, the new card, which last time I did something like this, they introduced, well, I guess technically the latest thing they did like that was the Appmon Link cards, and even the newest plug-in Link type of cards. And then prior to all that, the newest thing they introduced was the Ace cards that we now use. Well, this new dual card is going to be considered both a Digimon and an option card. So here's a little sneak preview of one that we will get in ST24, which will be featuring Shine Greymon and Marcus Damon. Now, as for what it actually does here, let me try and get a closer look at it. Alright, so it has the normal Digivolve on top of level 5 for 4 cost from red or yellow. It says it can Digivolve in the black text box a level 5 with Rise Greymon in name or with Data Squad trait for a cost of 3. It has Raid, Piercing, and Security Attack +1. When Digivolving, when attacking, once per turn, you may play one Tamer card with a play cost of 5 or less from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Then one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 9,000 DP. Level 6 Shine Greymon, Mega, Vaccine, Light Dragon, Data Squad. So all the normal things. And then right below that, we have another area that has information pertaining to the option side of it. It has a use cost of 5, so I'm guessing that to use this card like normal, it's going to be like any other typical option card. You have to have the right color requirements on the field to use it, which in this case would be yellow and red. Its use cost is 5, and the option side of it is called Geo Gray Sword. Its use requirement is a Data Squad trait. So these new cards are going to be possibly locked behind certain traits, which means you probably will not be able to use this with the old Shine Greymon stuff, unfortunately. Or fortunately, if you're one of those people that don't like Shine Greymon. But, moving on. So dual cards have two card types. They can be treated as both a Digimon and an option card. When you use it as a Digimon card, you refer to the text from the upper section. And then when you use the option side of it, you refer to just the bottom half, like we've already gone over. Now, as for what this card actually does, let me actually read the rest of it. Its option side, besides the requirement part, says main. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6,000 DP for the turn. Then, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 7,000 DP or less. And then it has a little section here that we're about to get into called Arts Digivolve. Instead of trashing after use, your cards may Digivolve into this card without paying the cost. So you could go ahead and Digivolve like normal on top of a red or yellow level 5 for 4. You can Digivolve on top of a Rise Greymon or a Data Squad trait card for a cost of 3. Or if the situation calls for it, it sounds like you're essentially going to be able to pay the option side cost, which in this case is 5, in order to go ahead and get its use and then still digivolve into this. So it gives you a third way of not only digivolving into this, but a third use for a card. Alright, so point 2, the option card portion is the option effect. So effects here on the Digimon does not activate. You're only using this when you're using the option card path, so we kind of get that part. Point 3, these cards have arts digivolve. Okay, so this is more going into what we see on the very bottom here. So after using Geo-Gray, if you actually used it while you have a Geo-Greymon on the field, for that cost of 5 to use it as an option card, you get to digivolve into Shine Greymon. So like I said, you have different ways of doing this. So this is going to be interesting. I'm not quite sure about the ruling side of this, because it says on the Geo-Gray Sword option side, it says use requirement data squad trait. Specified cards let you ignore the card's color requirements. Okay, so that's what's referring to. I didn't read that part. So it's actually, you still can use this with your old stuff. So there for a second I thought you couldn't, but I was incorrect. So you can use this with the old stuff. Alright. But yeah, this is going to be pretty cool. I don't know what else we might get later on down the road in terms of Digimon cards that feature this effect, but we have seen a very big decrease in the number of option cards that people play in their decks in favor for more accelerating cards like trainings, scrambles, memory boosts. So the original days of where we would play with option cards to actually kind of control the field and do other things besides just accelerate our gameplay has kind of disappeared in favor of just accelerating. But now, with this new dual card type, we're going to have the ability of having not only a Digimon, but an option card as well. Which it kind of makes sense, because at this point, in favor of using less option cards that actually can take care of the opponent's Digimon, we are using Digimon for their effects to just automatically destroy the board as well. So we're using not only option cards that accelerate our stuff, but we're also using Digimon cards themselves that actually have big effects that let us blow up or tuck or whatever. So this is going to be interesting. I don't know if it will really be like super game changing, but it will be very interesting nonetheless. I came across this morning while I was getting ready, and I just want to let you all know. And on top of that, we also have news about what EX12 is going to be based off of. EX11 that comes out in about a couple weeks is going to be based off of Liberator. EX12 is going to be based off of the newest thing going on in Digimon world in terms of Digimon creation, which is called Digimon Shambhala, which is going to feature a bunch of Digimon in basically a new digital world type of continent side of things that I believe is based off of Chinese myth lore like type of Digimon. And if you want an example of that, Susanumon from Digimon Frontier is technically listed as being a Digimon from that area. So, but anyway, that has been this little hot tidbit of news that I'm bringing to you live as I discover it. Now I gotta finish getting ready to go for work. And I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you are enjoying my content, especially the Digital Gate tournament. I will hopefully have some more videos out over this weekend, so stay tuned for that. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. This has been Prodigious.